Well, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi recently visited Washington to meet U.S. President Donald Trump. It was Sisi's first White House visit since being elected president in 2014. Now, former U.S. President Barack Obama had never extended an invitation to Sisi. For insight on the future of U.S.-Egypt relations, VOA'S Mohamed Elshinawi spoke with U.S. Congressman Dana Rohrbacher, a co-chair of the Congressional Egypt Caucus.
He is a fine spokesman for Egypt on this because he expresses what's in his heart, and what's in his heart is that Christians and Muslims and Jews should get along and should treat each other with respect and live at peace. So President Sisi's visit here, I think, underscores this really positive nature and positive goal that we can all share in.
Former Assistant Secretary of State for Human Rights and Democracy said that Egypt didn't participate with the coalition in the fight against the so-called Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. If that's the case, how would President Trump rely on President Sisi to be a major ally in fighting terrorism?
Well, the most important thing, of course, is that General Sisi, now President el-Sisi, having been elected by his people, not engage in struggles elsewhere, but that he makes sure that the huge threat and the terrorist and Islamo-fascist elements that would try to change Egypt into a totalitarian Islamic caliphate, that those forces are defeated. So we need him to pay attention to what's going on at home. No one should expect him to be sending his forces someplace else at a time when his country itself is being targeted by these evil forces.
What could the U.S. do to help Egypt in fighting terrorists in Sinai?
Well, the first thing we could do is make sure that General Sisi can buy the long-range weapon systems that can deal with that type of vast area in order to pacify a huge area like the desert.
You were quoted saying that President Sisi is more important to U.S. security than F-35. Why?
Well, the F-35s, many of us are very upset that our government wasted billions of dollars in developing an aircraft that we don't think is a superior aircraft. And so we spent billions of dollars on what we consider to be a not useless project, but one that didn't justify that expenditure. And anything we can do to help the people of Egypt and President el-Sisi to, number one, unify and make sure that they serve as an example where Christians and Muslims can live together in a country with a government respecting everyone's rights. That success of President Sisi in showing a better way, and the success of the people of Egypt and President el-Sisi in defending their country against armed attack by radical fanatics and terrorists, a lot rests on his shoulders. And I think that his success will have a lot more to do with saving the world from an evil force and from turmoil and bloodshed than will a bunch of F-35 aircraft for the United States military.